What's good? It's another Fins Take Friday with CB83. Hey, what's cracking? You already know how we do it. Bring the energy. We getting it cracking. We getting it going tonight. We got a couple special guests coming through to talk some Miami Dolphins football. Just that cloth talk, big boy talk, no kitty trolling, none of that. Just grown man conversation. So let's do it, man. Let's get this Hey, let's rock, man. Let's rock. Let's get into it.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sold them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rep the game. I told them this ain't a game.
Yo, what is cracking? It's Fins Take with CB83. A back to you for another Fins Take Friday. You already know what time it is. You know how we get down on these shows. We open it up. We talk to maybe some of the heavy hitters in the community tonight, and we have some discussions, some real discussions about some of the situations going on with the Miami Dolphins. I was with you last night. We had some good conversation. We had some good discussion. It was just me, though, just me giving you guys my thoughts on everything. At times, I do like having some guests on the show and just giving them the opportunity to come in here and have some real discussion about some of the situations going on with the Miami Dolphins, right? Now, we're in the off season, well into it, a couple months away from training camp. Actually, less than that, like a month and a half, a month and a couple weeks away from training camp. Really appreciate everybody coming in. We got 5 in the room so far. Be sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, become a member. Your boy just got monetized. Shout out to the homies who actually donated last night to the show. The homie Shake Money donated. I had S. Harris donate. I had a couple new people too. Let me get their names, man. I just want to be able to acknowledge everybody who came through last night and show love for sure. So I got to do that. Let me pull that up right here. So you guys check me out on Twitter too. If you're not checking me out on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I put all the show notifications on there. I try to keep people updated. It's tough, right? So I try to engage with you through Twitter, through social media, just to keep you abreast as to what's going on. But shout out to the homies who donated last night. Shake was the first donation ever on the show. Raul Parada donated. Raul's the homie for sure. Triple S Podcast donated. S. Harris, and also the homie Brian Gugger, man. All good people. Appreciate you guys coming through last night, donating to the channel, and just showing some love, man. Showing some love. Man, we got 7 in the room. Please do me a favor. Hit the like. Not everybody knows we're live right now. It helps with the algorithm. I see the homie Q is in here first. Q, what's good? What's popping? My oos, what's cracking? The homie Green Rat was in the building also. Green Rat, what's popping with you, man? How you doing, man? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Guys, if we're in the chat right now, if you want to talk, you want to have discussion, you want to ask a question, be sure to drop some topics in the chat. I'm cool with kind of discussing anything you guys want to talk about, whether it's defense, offense, a specific player, somebody getting signed. Feel free to drop that in the comments. I like engaging with the people. I like engaging with my community, and just trying to answer your questions from a football perspective. No trolling. I try to be pretty objective. I try to be fair, right? That's what it's about. Being fair, being objective, and giving you what I see. Because, and looking at the film and looking at the team and the way it's built, you can learn a lot about our team, how they want to attack teams, how they want to play defense. You can learn a lot. So just stay in tune as to what's going on. Have these tough conversations, and just get after it, man. It's all in fun. It's all in fun. It's all in the name of the Miami Dolphins going and getting the Super Bowl, right? Do the Miami Dolphins win a Super Bowl?
I hope so.
Okay. Yo, I really do hope so. Hoping the Miami Dolphins can pull this thing off. I want us to be competitive, but I also know I'm realistic, right? I also know that there's a lot that needs to go on for us to win a Super Bowl. A lot needs to go right? We got to stay healthy. That's a part of it. We got to get lucky sometimes. We got to be able to make some plays. And we got to get help in all phases, like special teams, defense, offense. We got to find ways to win in every phase of the football game. If we could do that, I know we got a really good shot at being special this year, right? We could be really special if the Miami Dolphins just kind of put it all together, right? Last year was really a roller coaster of a ride, right? Quarterbacks hurt, defense getting injured, guys on the offense and offensive line getting injured, running backs going down here and there. It was just tough. And I know that's part of the game, right? That's part of the game. Injuries is part of the game. Quarterbacks going down, that's part of the game. But we got to find a way to just get through it this year and be healthy, right? We can't afford Tua missing 5 to 6 games. It won't do us any good. It won't. Now, I think this team is good enough to win like that. We're definitely good enough to win with Tua going down, but we just have a much better shot, right? And I was having this discussion with a group of guys the other day. The way this team was built last year, I felt like if Tua was healthy, hey, we might make a run at it last year, right? I think if Tua's healthy in that Bills game, we go get that win. And we win the next games also. I think we could beat Cincinnati. I think we could beat Kansas City. I don't see those teams, guys. And that's what you got to understand. I think a lot of people get caught up in this playoff football, this playoff atmosphere. But it's still Sunday football. It's still playing a game. It's still playing away or home. It's still going out there and playing. Of course, the intensity might pick up a little bit. It's win or go home. But it's still football. It's still the X's and O's. It's still the simple game that these guys play every day and they get paid to play, right? So, like I said, 12 in the room. Appreciate you guys coming through. My homies got the link. Hopefully they jump in the back. And let's get after it, man. Let's get after it. Sean, what's popping with you, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you coming through tonight. About to get it cracking. EM in here peeking. What's good, my boy? What is up? What is up? The homie Shake Money's in the building. What's good? Just showing some love to my Fins fam. Shake Money, what's popping with you, man? How you feeling? Appreciate you coming through, Shake. You're doing a fantastic job over there on the TFTG show, bro. You holding it down, bro. I see you. I see you doing the damn thing. See you doing it, man. Duke Tomlinson, what's cracking? Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro. It's a Friday night. Everybody's chilling. I think the weather here is a little bad. We got a little rain, little thunderstorms, but hey, nothing can stop us from doing this Miami Dolphins talk. Back to back. You already know, Raul P. Back to back. The homie Raphael in here. The homie Sean. Sean saying ain't got no link. You don't fuck with your boy no more. Come on, bro. I got you. Raphael, Ennis, what's good, man? What's up with y'all, man? Hey, I got the homie in the building. Let me go ahead and bring him on. This is one of the dudes who are, he's well respected in the community. His takes are a little bit different from mine sometimes. I mean, and I expect that, from everybody. They ain't got to be the same as mine. But he's definitely the homie. And he can be objective at times, and that's what I like. I like having conversations with cats who you could be, have a different opinion as me. I'm cool with that. But let's do it big boy style. Let's have grown men conversations. Let's be objective and let's be real, right? So shout out to the homie Lewis. Lewis, what's good with you, man? How you feeling today, homie?
Hey man, what's good, CB? What's good?
What's popping?
Ain't nothing, bro. Chilling. I appreciate the the invite and the well-deserved introduction, I would say.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I appreciate that, man. Hey, and the other homie just came through. This dude needs no introduction at all, right? I think we've seen him on every show. He's cussed out everybody in the community at one point, right? Shout out to the homie EM in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, damn. Really, CB? Is that how I'm viewed in the community? I done cussed out. Really? Oh man,
you've given it to everybody in the community. So.
What is good, gentlemen? What's popping, fellas?
What's popping, man? It's a Friday night, man. What's up, man?
Shit. Chilling.
CB,
what's up?
Look, real quick before we start, I see the homie Ennis came. He's in the building. I see him in the chat. I don't know if you want to do it or not, but let
him up. Let him up. That's a heavyweight right there. Let him up. That's a heavyweight right there.
I was gonna say I wanted to vouch for Ennis. I know we want to try to keep it small, maybe just us four, but I would drop the link for Ennis, man. He's a good dude in the community, heavy hitter, man. So I would bring him up.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever met Ennis, but let's do it, man. I'm open to meeting him right now. We'll get it cracking. So how y'all boys feeling about this Miami Dolphins team? There's just so much going on in the community. The Dalvin Cook talk is kind of at the forefront right now, right? And before we get into it, I mean, maybe you guys gave me the introduction for Ennis. You kind of told me he's an OG in the community, well respected. Welcome to the show, Ennis. What's good with you, man? How you feeling?
Man, what's good? Appreciate you having me on. Hey, y'all giving me too much salt. I mean, too much flowers. I'm just an average guy, man.
They say you the man.
Hey, real.
I'm almost hated as much as he is, so I can't be loved.
No. At the end of the day, real recognize real, and it's people that's been around and for a little while. They know your reputation. I know you as a man. They know your position on the team, etc. So they know how you move. They know everybody know you're a heavyweight. So that ain't no for giving flowers. That's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, homie.
That's a fact.
I appreciate I was telling CB, but before y'all started the show real quick, I've been listening to y'all. I hated that I couldn't come in and chop it up X's and O's with y'all because of bullshit. I'm over that, bro. We got some things to work. I ain't we got a surprise coming, but yeah, let's talk. But yeah, some things about to change. That's all that people need to know. So
that's what's up, man. And honestly, I don't even know the background behind it. But I feel like I've heard your voice before for sure. So I know I've heard you around for sure. But I don't. I try not to get into the drama of it. But I know some cats do.
CB, if you think I done cussed everybody out and gave it to everybody in the community.
Oh, really?
I don't know, man. It is about that. He about that shit. So he with the shit. So I don't know, man.
Hey, I say I'm like Lewis and EM. Like that's birds of a feather flock together.
I guess so, man. I guess
100%. 100%.
So I think I got the most volatile panel on right now in the Miami Dolphins community. I heard y'all some firecrackers, I guess, huh? Y'all the firecrackers of the community.
No, we just keep
it real, man.
Yeah, period. 100%. That's all I've ever tried to do since I debuted on TD Foolish Talk in 2019. All I've ever tried to do is be authentic, try to be as objective as I possibly can be in regards to this team. That's it. And for some reason, it has always been controversial, polarizing. People, for a lot of people in the fan base, they just can't get on board with that. And that creates drama, it creates problems. And, I'm like 50 Cent. To quote the great 50 Cent, when he say, people come up to him and say, we got problems, I say no problem, period. And that's been my approach since day one.
Hey, but see, and this is what I don't like. We got dudes in the community, and I don't know if they're playing or not. Maybe they are playing, but they're going at you in the chat. They say,
I see them two hoes down there. Dade County, Dade County is a hoe, and that's who was the other one? Let me see. Oh yeah, Cruz. Yeah, he's another one as well.
Yeah. Hey, so Cruz says, I remember Ennis when Larry's channel was popping. Okay, all right. So Ennis,
damn, Cruz been around a minute. Damn, that's what's up.
Damn. Oh shit, I didn't know Cruz was on Larry's channel. What up, Cruz? Damn.
Yeah. So I mean, we in here now, right? I mean, we got a conversation to have. I mean, how do you guys feel about this Dalvin Cook situation? Now I know, right? I've been a big fan of Dalvin Cook. I'm a Florida State guy. I think he's a great running back. I think he's one of the top 5 runners in the league. I think he brings a lot of versatility to our offense, and he just gives us the ability to have a dude in the backfield. Now, I know we got this running back by committee situation going on, and I'll start off with you, Lou. Like, I feel like you're kind of opposed to paying him, and that just kind of bothers me a little bit, bro. It really does.
And listen, and I get it. And let me preface by saying, CB, that if we do get Dalvin Cook, I'm not going to be one in the community shitting on the move, right? For me, and again, I was watching you last night. Shout out to your show last night.
Yeah.
But I think it was Triple S Podcast asked you the question. I even heard you say Dalvin Cook, in your opinion, would be 3rd on your list. You said Christian Wilkins, I believe, and Connor Williams would be moves you would look to do before Dalvin. I just think that there's money to be spent, right? And again, if Dalvin Cook comes for $4.5-5 million, cool, I ain't got no problem. But I'm not willing to go to 7, maybe $8-9 million for Dalvin Cook. I think, and I heard Ennis earlier on the Fins Tailgate, shout out to those boys, and he made a great point. It's time to start putting faith in our coaches, right? And I just think that with the running back room that we have, I think McDaniel can work with that. I think McDaniel realizes I don't think it was the running backs per se that were the problems last year, right? I think it was in situations where McDaniel, instead of running the ball, he looked to pass. Or, for whatever reason, I'm not shitting on the Dalvin Cook move. He's a great player. I wouldn't mind having him. I just don't want to break the bank for him. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and I understand that, but let me
wait, hang on. Before you do that, CB, real quick, hang on. Before we move on, before Ennis jump in here, I see Dade County in the back requesting to come up. Dade County don't move no needles in his community. Don't let him up here. He is not worthy. Dade County is not worthy to be on a stage with the likes of the Rabbit Dolphin, Ennis, and EM Dolphin fan. He is not worthy for that.
Hey,
in the back requesting to come up like he really moved the needle in the community. He should be ashamed of himself.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to let Dave come in and speak his piece. And I'm gonna give us we're gonna vote him if he gonna stay on or we're gonna stay off, right? So let's go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna give you my vote right now. Get him up out of here. That's my vote right now.
Hey, Dave, you see how they do you, bro?
Damn, bro, you a hoe. Hey, now you see why I said you a hoe for that, bro. Why you moving like that, EM?
Dave, what's good, homie? What's popping, man?
What's up with y'all, bro? You already know.
Man, we chilling. We chilling. Hey, we chilling, man. We chilling.
Y'all boys,
I ain't tripping on nothing tonight, bro. I'm just messing with y'all boys in the chat. You already
know. Dave, some real shit. I'm trolling Dave. Dave make a lot of noise in the community too. Make more so on the Twitterverse, but he definitely makes noise in the community. So always number respect for Dave.
Yeah. He make noise. He scream a lot and make nonsense noise, but it's noise.
Are you serious now?
Well, I didn't want to say. I didn't want to say.
He said you're a screamer. He said you're a screamer.
Oh, I got him, CB. Hold on, watch this. EM, I know you want to back up your son. Hey, look, listen. How you finna sit here and try to call anybody out in this community for yelling? We being serious right now, Lewis? You gonna call somebody out for yelling?
All right.
I'm the one that always come in here and be like, one mic.
Hey, I don't be yelling, man.
See, that's that Tampa blood.
Hey, he chilling. He chilling. Hey, he chilling tonight, man. But let's get back to this conversation now.
Let's get Ennis on this running back room. What
Go
do you
ahead,
think, Ennis, about Dalvin Cook?
So I agree with you to an extent, Lewis, as far as paying too much. But I've been on my people's on my side saying this, and they know. Like, if Edmonds was still on his team, he would be getting $6 million this year. So why we can't give that to Dalvin and let Ross give him $1 million or $2 million signing bonus? That's 7 or 8, but it's not on the cap. The cap hit is more worried about what I'm worried about. Ross pays out of his pocket. Who cares? Like, that doesn't matter to me. But I can't say I'm gonna give him less than what we gave Chase Edmonds, because if Chase Edmonds still worked out, he would still be on this roster for $6 million. So if I can get Dalvin for 6, then I'm gonna do that all day. I understand your point.
Now what? Now a question for you, Ennis.
Don't give him more than 8 or 9. No, I'm not doing that. But if I can give him 6 and get, say, incentive, if you rush for 1,000 yards, you get 7 or 8, or you make a Pro Bowl, you get 7. Then yeah. But the starting point is 6. Because if you get bum ass Edmund 6 and nobody around this fan base rose hell when we did that, then why are we raising hell about giving a guy that rushed for over 1,100
yards? He cooking with fish grease.
$6 million. Like, I don't get it. $6 million is crumbs.
That man is cooking with fish grease right now.
Damn. And that's a really good point. But I'm gonna let you rock, Lewis, and then I'm gonna go to Dade after that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but the math just don't seem right. When we gave Edmonds 2 years, 6 per, and we crying about giving Dalvin 6. Not saying you, Lou. I'm just saying people in the family.
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah. 6 is a point like where I'm stuck at. Like, if y'all don't want to give 7 or 8, I hear y'all on that. But you can put a bonus to where the cap hit is only 6 or 5, and Ross gives them 3. That's Ross money. That ain't my money. I don't care. Like, people caring about Ross's money is where people lose me at. It ain't my money. But I understand you saying the cap down the road. Don't do stuff that's going to hurt that. I agree with you, Lewis. I'm never going to push back on hurting the team down the road. You never do moves that's going to hurt that. But him giving him a 2-year deal, a 3-year deal with a 2-year out is not going to hurt down the road with a $6 million cap hit or a $5 million cap hit, and Ross paying 2 to 3 out of his pocket.
I feel that about the 2-3 million coming out of Ross' pocket. I don't even care about that. But let me just address the $6 million. And this is just my opinion. And I think, again, CB, I want to thank you for the small, intimate panel where we can have a good discussion and not screaming all the time. Yeah, but I would just say to the $6 million, right? See, in Miami and again, no shot at the player. I love Dalvin Cook, right? But is he really a $6 million running back over here? Let's say we give Dalvin 15 touches a game, right? Is that worth $16 million or $6 million? Because again, if you're talking about 6, 7, 8, even $9 million, right? And I'm not saying Ennis is saying that or nobody else is saying that, but these are just numbers that we've heard, right? That's a number for the Minnesota Viking, Dalvin Cook, where you're giving him 25, 30 carries a game. He's the focal point of your offense. I don't think $6 million is worth paying somebody that's not going to be the focal point of the offense. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I think when we gave Chase Edmonds that $6 million, I think he was going to come in here and be the legitimate number 1 starter. Okay, whether it was the right move or wrong move to give it to him, we can debate that. But even at $6 million, I don't think the productivity. I think people are getting misconstruing Dalvin Cook in Minnesota to what Dalvin Cook would be in Miami. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but my pushback on that is that if Dalvin Cook comes here and he gets between 15 and 20 touches a game and he catches 2 to 3 balls a game, he's gonna be worth that because the production will be there for sure. And that's my thing. Like if Dalvin comes here, he's gonna be the lead guy, hands down, no doubt. Let's not even fake the funk. Like, he's getting at least 60 to 75% of the carries and probably 60 to 75% of the snaps in the backfield. Like, because he's that good of a player in the passing game in the check down, in the screen game, in a number of different areas. Like I said, Lewis, we were having this conversation earlier. He will be the most versatile back on our roster, and he's the only back I feel like who can stay in on every down, whether it's goal line, every situation where it's goal line, third down, first down, third and long. You can line him up out. You can line him up out wide. Like there's a number of different things he can do that other backs in our backfield just don't have the ability to do, and we can't count on them in that way. And my other thing is that, you know, Mike McDaniels was scared to run at times, or not even scared to run. It's just like he wanted to pass the ball because he felt like we were more efficient passing the ball. I think with a guy like Dalvin Cook in the backfield, it forces McDaniel to feed him, right? And when Mike McDaniels is looking at his play call sheet and he's looking up at the field and he sees Dalvin Cook on the field, he's got to be thinking, man, I got to get this guy his touches, because at some point he's going to break one. So that's my only pushback to that, is just that, I mean, he does so much for the offense, and he really forces the defense to play us a little bit different, which I don't think the other guys force us to do, man.
Can I jump in on that? Because, like, Louis, I agree with you, but what you're leaving out, bro, y'all remember the San Francisco, the Chargers game? The linebackers were dropping back because they didn't fear Mostert and Wilson. Nobody in the league fears them. You think Dalvin Cook in the backfield, the linebackers is dropping back? Fuck no.
They can't. I don't think they
respect
can.
that dude back there.
Yeah.
And that opens it up for everybody else. So I understand the touches or the lead, but bro, just having him,
the presence,
making teams be honest because they got to respect him. Yeah. That opens everything up for everybody else. That's where I'm at. Like, yeah, but the last thing, and I'm gonna let you go back. And I've been hearing this, bro. These niggas got injured off 100. Bro, Raheem got injured off 180 carries. Well, we got people in the fan base talking about give them more carries. How? He got injured on 180 carries. Like, what are we talking about? How are you giving a guy more carries and he couldn't handle 180?
Yeah,
that's make that make sense to me.
That's like 12
like,
carries.
How are we gonna put like more on his plate and he couldn't even do the 180 and we saying run the ball more?
Yeah.
Like, is he gonna last?
And that's the thing. I don't think Mostert is built to last like that. I think he's a speedy guy, but I don't think he's a guy you can give 15 touches a game. He just can't handle it from a physical standpoint. I don't think he can handle it. But I'm gonna go to EM and then I'm gonna go to Dave. EM, what do you think in regards to this Dalvin Cook?
No, you can go to Dave. I'll go last, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, Dave, go ahead.
No, man, I see it. Like I said, I see it both ways. We all know how I stand. I ain't gonna change from what I always say. We will be fine regardless. But like my man was saying, he was making points to like, all right, how you gonna spread out the carries and stuff like that. Or no, matter of fact, I'll go hit on the point of how the defense didn't respect our running backs. That's fine. They didn't. But at the same time, they still were productive. But even to the money standpoint, I don't. No one is saying what Dalvin can't do. Everybody knows what Dalvin can do. You're absolutely right. He will make the defense respect the linebackers, come up, pull up, all that stuff that you were saying. That's correct. But at the same time, if you don't, for me, it's more about just the timing. I need you to make sure Connor Williams has his money to ensure that line is right, because you can get Dalvin, but if you don't have no line, then now Dalvin's getting tackled in the backfield. You spending $6 million for him to not produce. You know what I mean? So get Wilkins some type of contract. I'm not giving him $20 million, but at the same time, get that done. Get those two players done, and then do whatever you want with Dalvin. No one is saying that they don't want Dalvin. Everybody knows we want him. It's just, what is it going to cost us? Is it going to cost us two more players that we actually need on this team, on this roster? That's where I stand at.
But that's the thing. It's not, before you even go. Like, that's where but when I hear people say that, how is it a thing? Because the money that he's going to get, that means that deal is going to be tore up, and it's going to be a new deal. Like he's on the books right now. Like he can hold out at training camp when it starts if he want to. He's gonna be paying. He's gonna be paying out the ass. That's why I know he's not gonna be missing.
Well, yeah,
training camp when
that's when it come to Wilkins. That's when it come to Wilkins. But
no, I'm
as
talking
far
about Connor
as
Williams.
Connor's another thing. You kind of don't want to piss off they're pretty much your centerpiece. You don't have another center, bro. Like you don't have nobody else to depend on. You got other running backs you can get through the season with, but you can't get right without these linemen. Man.
Right, but they don't have to bow down because he's holding them hostage because he said he played better. You signed a 2-year deal. You have to honor that contract whether you like it or not. So when training camps come, he's gonna be there, disgruntled or not, but he's gonna be there. Now they can get it done. They can get it done in training camp.
To the point where he can sit out training camp.
Oh man, you gatekeeping in there, CB? You gatekeeping? That's what I'm reading in the private chat. You gatekeeping?
Hey, nah, Cap is in the back. I just look. This is my thing, bro. Cap.
Shit!
I'm gonna be
I'll say it for you. He don't want no yelling.
Shit!
Look, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like I can't respect a cat who will come in here and lie for his boy just because he is boy. Like I can't. I don't like.
God damn!
You shouldn't do that, CB.
No, that's
damn.
Honestly, he trying to get, bro. He taking off. He taking off. CB trying to get his shit. He trying to take off early, dog.
Let me finish.
First quarter.
I feel like some cats in this community just got poor character. Right, and I feel like they'll lie for their boys just to lie, just to make them.
Yeah,
hey,
damn!
I can't rock with that. So I'm kicking them from the studio because I just can't have it on my show, bro.
CB, come on,
I just don't like it, bro. And that's the thing, bro. You're not
gonna be crazy tomorrow.
What you not gonna do? That's not what you're gonna do, bro. You're not gonna get up on no panel and lie. You're not gonna go on Twitter and lie. I don't like that, bro. It's $100. Your man's owe me $100 week 1 after 2 is the start.
We ain't gotta do that right now.
When he can agree to that, then we'll have discussions. But outside of that, bro, you ain't got nothing to say to me, dog. You got nothing to say to me. So back to what we were talking about.
Man, that's damn.
That's the truth,
up,
bro. It is what it is, dog. I can't rock with it. I can't rock with cats who lie for their boys just because. That's not cool.
The man was just trying to talk ball though, CB.
Nah. But the whole day, this dude wants to double down for his boy, even though he's lying, bro. He's lying out of his teeth because he don't want to pay $100, bro. If you don't got the money, just say you don't got the money. It's a bet we made. The bet was that, hey, if Tua is the starting quarterback next year, you owe me $100. If not, I owe you $100. Simple as that. So if he can't pay up, bro, it is what it is. And I'm not rocking with cats who don't pay their fucking bets. Point blank, period. So run tell
that. Damn.
Run tell that, Cap. So get your Hey, I'll send you my Cash App. If you can get the money, then we can have conversations. How about that?
It is about to go down.
Man, CB, that's wild.
Hey,
bro.
and that's it is what it is. My channel, my rules. I don't let people get up here who lying, bro. I don't like liars, bro. I don't like that. And when you lying, if you lie, you'll steal, you'll kill, bro. Yeah, I don't rock with that, dog. Don't rock with it.
You can't knock the man for his convictions.
Yeah, I can't rock with it, bro. So back to what we were talking about. And we were talking about Dalvin. And I can understand you guys' concerns regarding the money, right? But I'm cool with paying, like Ennis said, he brought up a really good point. Paying Chase Edmonds $6 million, nobody blank an eye at that. Nobody was even discussing that, bro. Like $6 million for Chase Edmonds, we thought that was a decent deal. We didn't think we overpaid him at the time, but now looking back on it, hindsight is 2020. Yeah, we probably did overpay him. But given Dalvin rushed for he rushed for 1,000 yards 4 straight years.
1,100.
We don't have a guy in our backfield who has the ability.
And change 1,100 and change.
He doesn't. Hey, we don't have a guy in our backfield who has the capability to do that. They can't even sniff it. I mean, Mostert could have got 1,000, but it's almost like a fluke 1,000, bro. It's just I feel like in this offense, Dalvin is going to be.
How would it be a fluke 1,000 though, CB? How does running for 1,000 yards become a fluke? See what I'm saying? Like, why do we got to do that?
But I'm not saying it as a fluke. I'm just saying it's a very quiet 1,000 yards. I mean, it's a very quiet 800 that he had, right? You never really felt like Mostert had the ability to just break one open. Like, he's a fast guy, but outside of that big run in the Buffalo game, what else did we see? Like,
you forgetting he just came off injury last year?
And I get it, but he's always coming off an injury.
Every season.
And to end the season, CB, that's when you were getting his best production.
And then he got hurt.
He's most likely going to be a healthy Mostert this year, which nobody can say we expected him to run as hard as he did. That man ran hard last year, bro.
And he did run hard, but him running hard gets him hurt. So
he pushed back on that.
That's why you got depth.
He ran hard at the end of the season, but where was he in the playoff game?
Oh, he had a broken finger.
That's my point.
Broken thumb.
He got injured again. Every year of his career, he's been injured.
At that same time next year, CB got a problem with rookie running backs. I expect A-Chain to be getting a lot more carries towards the end of the season. And A-Chain takes over and starts establishing.
But he's not a 20 down back this first season.
He will always share carries. This offense will always share carries. Even when you get Dalvin, they will share a carry.
But if we don't have Dalvin, right? Say Raheem gets hurt week 6, just knock on wood. He's going to carry us through the rest of the season?
No,
you don't know that. He's a rookie.
But he'll be productive.
I just feel like look.
Not saying he's not going to be productive, but is he going to be productive to take us to the finish line? That's the point.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's not going to be productive, but we have Wilson that could have been productive. How did that work out at the end of the year?
I believe him with a steady rotation of another back or two, bro. Yes, he can take you where you need to be.
I agree with what you guys are saying, but there's some pushback because. I mean, I understand A-Chain is going to come in. I want A-Chain to get touches, right? But I also think that maybe Raheem Mostert or Jeff Wilson can get moved, like if Dalvin is brought in. And I think that's a possibility also. So there's not a lot of money tied up in that running back room. And I really don't want to miss out on a guy like Dalvin Cook because we got a bunch of average guys. That's just not what I want to do.
We have the lowest money in the NFL now, running back room, $6 million.
Well, and I get all that.
I just want to clarify real quick, Lewis. I just want to clarify. I'm not saying I would have a problem with Dalvin Cook being here. Everybody knows that is a plus and that boosts our roster. I'm just saying, what is it going to cost us? But if we can make it all work, let's make it work. Let's rock.
I listen, and I get it. I'm gonna throw it right to you, but just let me get this out real quick because I hate when we do this as a fan base, and I'm not accusing anybody up here on the panel of doing it. I'm just saying when we talk in absolutes, right? Like, Dalvin Cook is gonna come in here and he's gonna fix all the problems.
We don't know, Lou. We don't know.
Well, but this is what I'm saying, CB. Take it from a guy that was in the building at Hard Rock Stadium, week 5 or week 6, whenever it was last year. 13 carries in 3 quarters now, right? 13 carries, 25 yards. That's what Dalvin Cook's numbers were in Miami.
And that happens, though. It happens.
But it doesn't. When we sit here and we talk about it, though, right? It's like, Dalvin's gonna come in. He's just gonna. It's an easy 1,300 yards. Bro, it's like we're talking in absolutes. And I'm just saying, I get it. It would be a different team. You would have to worry, in my opinion. I get it. You have to worry about a lot more things with Dalvin on Miami than you did with Dalvin on Minnesota, right? I get it. You got 2 top 10 receivers in Miami.
Yeah, you got more weapons.
But again, it's not like they did not have weapons in Minnesota neither. Bro, you you arguably can say he's the number 1 receiver in the league, Justin Jefferson. They got a quarterback in Kirk Cousins. Now again, Does he win the big games? That's another debate. But look at Kirk Cousins. Bro, Kirk Cousins is not a scrub in this league.
Nah,
you can make an argument that
and I don't think he's a scrub.
You can make an argument he's a top 10 receiver and again or quarterback. And what I'm saying is, did Dalvin Cook ever change life for the Minnesota Vikings?
I think, but they don't have a Waddle on the other side. Thielen and the other guys, no comparison.
Go ahead, Ian. Okay, all right. First off, I want to say all of y'all make very good points, right? And I agree with elements of a lot of what y'all are saying. But as far as like Dalvin Cook, where I'm at with him, I'm willing, to entertain the idea of acquiring him for the right price because I feel like the Dolphins are not coming from a place of desperation. If they didn't have guys that were proven and that they can get the job done, this is what the analytics bear out now. I'm coming from an analytical perspective, right? It just needed to be a bigger commitment to the run game, and that falls directly in Mike McDaniels' lap. However, there's levels to this, right? There's levels to this. I do feel like without Dalvin Cook, this still is a Super Bowl roster. But with Dalvin Cook, I think a player as accomplished as him, look at the skill set, look at the production, look at the resume, right? That definitely enhances our chances. The overall team application for us to get to where we want to get to, which is a deep playoff run and go, hopefully, the good Lord willing, a Super Bowl, right? In 2023, 2024. So in terms of the contract, I think $6 million, and Ennis hit the nail on the head, bro. You're willing to go to $6 million for Chase Edmonds, a completely unproven commodity. Why would you not entertain why would you not entertain that number or a little more for a player the status, the caliber of Dalvin Cook? I don't understand Lewis's pushback on that. I understand that you got a running back committee. Hang on real quick. I understand you got a running back by committee application, offensively. However, I agree with CB 100%. If you acquire Dalvin Cook, he's going to be the lead guy. Now, is he going to get the carries that he got in Minnesota? More likely than not. But $6 to $7 million tops, that's my cap for Dalvin Cook. For a player that has the potential, the big play potential, the bell cow potential, all of those things, very good receiving threat out of the backfield. He is everything, every running back that we have on a roster in terms of skill set, he's in one package. So at the end of the day, Lewis, I don't know why you got so much pushback with the idea of acquiring this player.
Well, can I ask a question? Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you guys a question real quick.
Well, hold on, CV. Let me address what he said real quick before we move off, right? This is the reason, right? Because I keep hearing we keep going back to Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds, when we gave him that $6 million, we weren't looking or faced with the problems that we're facing now. Let me illustrate them. We have Liam Eichenberg, and again, it's only OTAs, but we got Liam Eichenberg being the starting center, right? Robert Hunt is up for contract this year, right? Siler's looking for money. Christian Wilkins looking for money. I'm just saying, right? There's the money that we could use for Dalvin Cook should be in looking for Robert Hunt. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion. Connor Williams. No,
but you can do both. You can do both, Lou. You don't have.
I don't.
Dalvin.
But this is my pushback. This is my pushback on this. And I know you guys talk about the money situation, signing guys in the future. I'm just tired of being on this offensive line, Miami Dolphins fixing the offensive line train, right? Every year we talk about the offensive line. Oh, we got to get more offensive line. We got to get help. We got to protect Tua. We got to do this. Bro, at some point, you just need to go get a running back who's a stud, and you need to rock with what you got. Every offensive line in the league has holes. Every offensive line in the league has holes. We're not going to be able to shore up the entire offensive line.
Exactly.
But go get you a guy, a dude who, despite the offensive line's woes, can figure it out. And
who can mask and cover up a lot of deficiencies on the O-line.
But I'm not asking to fix the O-line. I'm asking to pay the guys that are already there on the O-line.
But Lewis, that money that you're giving exactly. You can do both. You can do both.
Starting at center next year?
No, I don't.
No.
I
All
want
right.
Connor Williams.
Well,
He'll get signed.
Ain't
Connor
no
Williams will
will.
get the
He'll be-
building.
Connor
Boy,
be-
EM, don't get me started. Don't play.
Can I ask a
what?
question?
What?
Ain't no will. You do not want
What's that?
Eichenberg taking starting snaps anywhere on that line next year.
Well, I understand the criticism, but again, I always take the approach of I take the wait and see approach. I want to take the wait and see approach.
We saw.
Well, did you see him at center?
We said the same thing about Connor going
I don't care how well he snaps
did
the
you
ball,
see him?
if he can't
people-
keep the man off.
From what I'm told, and what I've heard, even publicly, even different platforms, right? So, a few platforms have reported not only there weren't any issues in terms of him snapping the ball, but he looked fine, moving around, picking up, knowing where he was supposed to be, etc. But getting the calls down, making the proper calls on the line of scrimmage.
That's fine.
Given the hang on. I am not saying. I'm just telling you what's been reported. And so again, all I'm saying is I'm just not the type to rush to judgment and say this player cannot be this just because I haven't seen it. You know what I mean? So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and take the wait and see approach.
Hey,
So
that's all fine and dandy.
Yeah, go ahead. And
1 second.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead, Dave, and then
All right.
let us wrap.
Just to answer what EM just said. EM, I ain't disagreeing with none of that. I've seen those same reports, but guess what's the most important part of playing center? Being able to stay in front of that man that you are supposed to be blocking. I don't care about you being able to snap the ball. I don't care about your pre-snap reads. I don't care about none of that. That's all great. But if you can't physically do the job, which we've seen for the first 2 seasons,
but
the center is generally your help, Dave.
Let me.
That's generally your help.
You put any kind of grown man in front of Eichenberg, we got a problem.
But see, that's not true. And honestly, when you look at it, look, Connor Williams got beat last year. All players get beat, right? Now, at the center position, I feel like the most important thing is getting the ball to the quarterback. That's first. The exchange is first. You got to get the quarterback to football. After that, you got to be able to stay in front of somebody. But you're also in the middle. You're also in the middle of the offensive line. So you have your left guard and your right guard helping you in the event that you need assistance. So your center is really kind of a guy you can hide, but he's also got to have the experience, and he's also got to be able to make certain calls. So
100. So the primary responsibility of a center is not necessarily physical. It's the mental. It's the mental aptitude.
Aspect.
I never
Now,
said the mental would be an issue. My problem is the physical. We know he can't do the physical. And as an offensive lineman,
I mean,
I have to push
again,
back on that because what he struggled was, and if TB, you watch film and Dave, I don't know how well you and Lewis watch it, but I watched. If you watch that T-Stead breakdown with Brian Baldinger, and he struggled with stunts because he was helping Armstead because he was injured with that toe. So whenever he got beat, it was a guy looping around from him helping on T-Stead. But whenever he was in the run game or knew his assignment, there was never no problem. But I said this on Shake Money's show earlier, that
that's fair.
The season's coming in before, these guys didn't know what they was getting ready for. Yeah. But now they had a full offseason to know what they was getting ready for, what they got to prepare. They probably told Liam, hey, we might try you at center, so this was what we need you in the offseason to work for. Right. The other 2 seasons, they never got that. They just knew they was getting a new offense, had to wait till they got there to learn it, and had to learn it during the season on the fly. I'm not making excuses, but there is context to why they struggled.
And you gotta right, and you gotta understand that.
You're right.
And Dave, you gotta understand that Liam played right next to him, so he knows the assignments. He knows what he's doing. And typically, the center is only doing 1 or 2 things. He's either going front side or he's blocking back. Like, it's not a hard position to play.
And really, the only time a center is matched up one-on-one is 2 things. When the defense brings 5 or more, right? Because and then B, when he gets to the second level. So and then if he gets to a second level, he can handle linebackers. We've seen him do that. So
he's just slow as shit. Like, and
that's
right. That I was gonna say. Does he have that? Does he have the athleticism? Does he have the athleticism to consistently climb to that second level? Is the biggest issue with Liam Eichenberg. But I'm willing. But I am willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and take a wait and see approach. That's only my point I'm trying to make.
That's all we say. Yeah, wait and see. Because what if he's comfortable? Like, we haven't seen him play comfortable. Because, like I said again, each year has been a different offense. This is the first year that's going to be a second year in the offense. Maybe he's comfortable. He plays faster. I'm just saying we have to, like, I'm with Ian. We have to see. I'm not making excuses or saying he's going to be here, but I'm with the Connor. Like, real quick, CB, with Connor Williams, everybody was killing us because we were saying, wait, let's see what the coaches do. The coaches moved him for a reason, but everybody's like, nah, he's not going to do good at center. And look what happened.
He was still an established
bro. And I trust the coaching staff, man. And honestly, second year in the offense, we can get away with Eichenberg and Jackson playing. Like, there's going to be some masking there for sure. I don't like the thought of having Austin Jackson start at tackle because I like my tackles to be just solid guys who I could trust, who I can count on. And I don't know if Austin Jackson is that yet.
I'm more confident in him than Liam.
I can agree with that too.
Exactly.
I can agree. He's got a better athletic profile. He's stronger. He moves his feet better. I agree with that. But Eichenberg is a toss up to me. But I think Eichenberg will also be pushed by Wynn and Dan Feeney and the other guys in that room who are going to be swing guys.
I'm gonna say something real quick. Like, if Liam doesn't show he can do it at center, he's not making his roster.
Ooh,
remember?
I will say this though. I think more than likely Connor Williams gets done, and I don't think this will be a topic of conversation.
I think so too.
I'm not worried about that.
Like I said, the only reason I keep bringing that up is because regardless of anything, we're gonna definitely need a center in this offense for sure. Well, somebody got to get to that second level and get on the linebacker. Connor Williams did great at that last year. Yeah, the snapping was issues at time, but the physical part of their job, the pulling, the athletic part of the job that you needed at center, he did all that very well.
He was solid. I can't lie about that. He was top 5 in his position.
I'm not putting my season on Eichenberg, bro. Hell no, bro.
But Dave, how you feel about that? I feel about the running back room.
I'm not putting
right.
Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, no, because I think we already talked about the running back room. I think everybody made great points, like Ian said. We just talked about the offensive line. I think CB, talking to you, I don't think we were going to do this show long, so I kind of wanted to just change subject a little bit. I would really love to hear everybody's thoughts on this subject. Is it an issue that Cam Smith has not been signed yet? And again, I think from all reports that I've heard, at least from me that I've heard, they love this kid on the field. What he's shown at OTAs, the dog mentality, everything on the field, I think is great. I think Miami is happy with the pick that they invested in Cam Smith. But we've all heard some off-the-field issues, and I'm not going to lie, gentlemen, that's a little concerning for me. What are your thoughts on Cam Smith maybe not getting his money because of concerns, not so much on the field, but off the field? What are y'all guys' thoughts on that?
Let's start with Dave. Go ahead. Let's start with Dave, and then I'll go to you, Ennis.
I would say I would be concerned if they are to the point where they don't want to literally let this man sign a contract because they scared what he's going to do once he gets some money in his pocket. But at the same time, I wouldn't really panic and put too much into it because look at our DB room. He's going to be surrounded by Jalen Ramsey and at least Xavier Howard and another at least in Holland. Well, I think they can keep him under control for the season, bro. Like it's off season, yeah. You probably don't have to worry about him unless you keep somebody around. But I don't think it'll be an issue, bro. I think our veterans at our locker room can keep him.
That's a good point.
And show him how to be a pro too.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like.
You ain't gotta live you ain't gotta do all that just to live the way you want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you make a valid point with the leadership in that room. Ennis, go ahead though.
So for me, I'm 50-50. Like, it's not a problem until camp. if Cam starts and is not signed, then to me, it's a problem. For me, it's not a problem. Like, hey, Greer's son went to school with him. Like, his son knew him. Greer talked to him several times. Like, you did your evaluation, so you already knew what it was. I don't think nothing new popped up. I think they knew this when they drafted him. Like, if it's true that they holding his money because they don't want him out with too much time off with his money, I'm gonna trust Greer and them on that and see what happens. I don't really think it's a problem yet, but if the training camp opens and he doesn't have it, then that's when it's a problem for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you in regards to that. Now, is it a character thing on the off the field, or is it, you know, language in the contract? I think there's a lot that people could be speculating, but I think either way, like you said, Enos, it has to get done. If it's not done at training camp, then there's reason to be concerned, because I mean, there's no way you don't have your second round pick, and he's really your depth in the room. So I think you got to have him in camp. He's got to be getting reps. He's got to be learning the defense. So I think that's going to be a big part of it, just kind of seeing him get into camp and kind of get rolling.
But
what do you think,
quick, before the other ones go, why I said that? Because Will Anderson, the number 3 overall pick, just signed today. So if the number 3 overall pick ain't signed, like, I can't be mad because Cam not signed yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's something we just don't know what it is. But that's all I was saying. Like, he just got signed, and he's the number 3 overall pick.
Yeah, true. Ian, what you think?
Yeah, I'll say this. With Cam Smith, I will say this. It's not time to hit the panic button yet. It's still, it's not early in the process, but it's not late in the process either. And this is not completely uncommon for players to take this long to sign. However, I've heard things about him. We all know, if you follow the draft process and if you follow the draft process closely, different people had different evaluations about this kid, leading up during the draft process about character issues, off the field issues, etc. So, it is eyebrow raising for me. It's not time to hit the panic button, but it is somewhat eyebrow raising, because let's just say, for example, hypothetically speaking, that the reports are true. Like, people have heard that the Dolphins have seen something with this kid to cause them pause at this point in the negotiation process. Let's just assume that is correct.
Yeah.
For me, at this stage, considering you just got drafted, you're new to the program, you're new to the team, et cetera, new to the city, and you're already acting a fool, already doing things that puts major concern with your future employer, that to me is very, very, very concerning. Again, not confirming and saying that's 100% true or accurate. However, if that is true, that is a major concern for me for this kid at this stage, because this is the time, just being drafted to a new organization, et cetera, starting your life. This is when you should be on your absolute best behavior. So I'm reserving judgment on this situation until we get closer to training camp. And to Enos's point, if training camp comes and this kid is not signed, well, okay, it's time to definitely hit the panic button at that point. But as of right now, I'm kind of in between both. I'm reserving judgment about this kid on what exactly is transpired, because it could be a contract situation. It could be, but I know people that have went public about things that they're hearing about this kid, people that I trust, people that we all know, right? And people that have been accurate over the years. They have reported that this is what they have heard privately, right, about this kid. So again, I'm a reserve judgment, wait until more data comes out, wait to gather, more intel, and we'll see. But as of right now, it's not time to hit the panic button, but it's definitely eyebrow raising for me.
Well, and I'm not, let me be clear. I'm not trying to say that I'm majorly concerned, right? But I think we can all agree on the panel, money will change you. And to Dave's point, I do agree that we do have the leadership in the building to maybe resurrect that. But if I'm going to be completely honest, and I think, knowing the guys that are up here in the panel, I don't think we were raised with the silver spoon in our mouth. I think we kind of grew up a hard way. And again, this is just speculation on my part, but I'm going to assume that's how Cam Smith was raised. And I look at John Morant. John Morant coming from a suburbs, had both parents, very, kind of nurtured in a good environment, right? He got this money, and look at him acting a fool now. And I just think where my concern lies, gentlemen, is if you give this kid $25-30 million, let's say, right? Again, I won't talk about what I've talked about with people backstage, but I don't think this situation, if the rumors are true, I don't think the outside noise we're hearing is him out in nightclubs or him messing with females or nothing like that, because I think across the league, everybody does that. I think the Dolphins organization, again, if the rumors are true, I think it goes to the people he's surrounding himself with. And all I'm going to say is I agree with Ennis, EM, and everybody up here. As of right now, today, where we're talking, it's not a major concern. But if we give this kid 25-30 million and he's still hanging around those kind of gentlemen, if the rumors are true, that is concerning. You know what I mean? It is, because if you're already running in those circles and now you have the money to provide certain people maybe with things that they're not accustomed to having, it can only get you in trouble. You see what I'm saying? Like, no one's going to care about the dudes Cam Smith is hanging with. It's kind of like the Tyreek situation. We don't know what happened, but what was the first name you heard? Tyreekhill, right? You didn't hear nothing about nobody else, because who was the guy that had the money? Who was the face they recognized? It was Tyreekhill. The Cam Smith, that's the situation we're looking at. If anything happens with this kid, it's not going to be the guys he's hanging out with that you're going to hear about. You're just going to hear about Cam Smith. And I'm sorry, gentlemen, but again, I agree with Ennis. As of today, it's not a major concern. But I would just caution people. You give a kid like that, if the rumors, again, are true, you give that kid the ammunition that he needs. And by ammunition, I'm just talking about money. It could get bad before it gets better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think kids coming into the NFL, they got to learn to separate themselves from the foolishness. I think you got to separate yourself from the foolishness, because, of course, you have friends that are in the hood and that are, into stuff that you're not into. But once you get to a certain status, you got to kind of, pull away from that, right? I mean, you gotta separate yourself and become an adult, man. And I think him having the leadership in the locker room and then having good people outside of the locker room, like his family, the people around him, they gotta try to keep in mind of that stuff too. So I think that's part of it, man. But
hopefully this turns out to be a non-issue for the most part. And I think if the Dolphins are taking this position, if we're making the assumption that the reports are accurate, the Dolphins they're trying to send a clear message to this kid early on, right out, especially, his first year. I like the approach. If the reports are true, I definitely love this approach from the Dolphins, because you're clearly sending him a message early on. It's like, if there are issues going on in this kid's life, it's like cancer. You got to get it out early. You can't wait until it expands and gets bigger and festers. You got to cut that out early. And I think that's the approach the Dolphins are taking with him. And again, we're only making the assumption if those reports are accurate. So I love the position that they're taking right now, but hopefully this turns out to be a non-issue at the end of the day.
But I hate to say this, but the Tyreek thing might wake him up. They can come to him like, see what? If I'm just saying, if it's true that Tyreek's boy did the slap or whatever, like, they can come to him like, see what we trying to show you, what can happen. Like, it could be a learning experience. It might wake him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's a possibility. Like,
I agree with that, because
they can be like, yo, you see what we trying to tell you? Why we didn't do this with you yet? Like, you got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I agree with that too, because I mean, we don't even know if Tyreek slapped Buddy. We don't even know if it was him or somebody in his entourage. But guess what? It's all gonna land on Tyreek, because he's the head of that. He's the head of that group. He's probably financing that group, etc. So it's all gonna land on you. It's all gonna be tied back to you. So you got to surround yourself with the right people, and people who have a calm, who are calm and like collected, and who don't spaz and do dumb stuff like flash guns and shoot up a club, bro. It's just,
and see, to Dave's point, I think Dave made that point. a minute ago about the leadership. Now, see, if again, making the assumption if the rumors are true, right, that he's wilding out a little more than what he should be at this point. Well, this is where that veteran leadership, your Jalen Ramseys, your Xavier Howards, all of those veteran players in that secondary room, they need to, reach out and really get a hold of this kid, or just on the team in general. Yeah. This is what leadership is for. This is what culture is for, right? So again, I want to reiterate, hopefully this turns out to be a non-issue, but if it is, hopefully it gets corrected sooner rather than later.
But I feel like you make a good point. Why give him that money right when the break is coming for 4 weeks and everybody's going their separate ways, when you could give it to him closer when the people from the team will be around him more closer to
Very good point. Very good point.
I think that's why they didn't want to give it to him, because everybody's gone to get
it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
it makes perfect sense.
I agree with that as well.
It makes perfect sense.
Guys, and they can keep in his head. So I'm just saying maybe.
But you just gotta. But again, if the reports are accurate, I was talking to Reason, bro, earlier, and I was like, man, you just gotta ask yourself because generally, players that come into the draft, they get dinged for character issues all day, every day. First round, 1 through 7th rounders, right? Mm-hmm. But generally, when kids come into programs, they get a clean slate. So I'm just, again, if the reports are true, you got to ask yourself, what has this kid shown the Dolphins to cause them to pause, right? At this point, and again, to me, that is the most it's not necessarily the whole process, but it's what is this kid shown them to this point, right, to cause them to pause, to cause this level of pause in the negotiation process.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but I did see something kind of positive the other day. I saw a video of Cam Smith and the other rookies on the Miami Dolphins YouTube page. They posted a video of them kind of doing like a rookie pack, like opening, some gifts and stuff.
They got flag football with the special needs kid.
Yeah,
I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that too. Again,
that's why I'm conflicted. Real quick, that's why I'm conflicted, because I'm like, bro, every time they show him, he's smiling, having fun. Like, I don't get the job
again.
Like weird. Like, what is going on?
Again, that's why I'm not rushing to any level of judgment right now. You know what I mean? I just want to let the situation play out, and as more data comes out, we'll evaluate it as it comes out. But again, we were up here. This conversation is under this. We're just assuming that what if the reports are accurate.
Right.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming on. We're gonna do some final takes, man. Hey, I didn't want to hold you guys too long. I know y'all got busy weekends going on. Hey, Ennis, I appreciate you coming through, bro. You're always welcome here.
I appreciate the invite.
Hey, Dave, you're welcome. EM, what you got to say, EM?
No, I was gonna say I got a couple more minutes, bro. I know I told you I was on a strict time, but
okay.
I got a few more minutes. Yeah, I got a little more time, bro.
Y'all been dodging my question, but it's cool. All right.
I don't, man. I don't. Let's go backstage. God damn it! I don't got all the damn
time. Lewis trying to get backstage. Chill out, bro. Chill out.
So let me put this question before we do that.
Okay,
we changed topic before I got it in. So my thing is, I hear Lewis and the droppage, because of the statistic wise in certain categories, he did have a down year. But who do you have more confidence in? A guy that produced 1,100 yards 4 years in a row, having 1 year of certain categories he fell off in, or guys that never reached that plateau, and we hoping that they can get to that? Like, what's more attainable to y'all, realistically?
I don't think Lewis has an issue with the talent.
No, I'm not saying he has an issue, but that my thing to all fans, not just at y'all up here. That's why I'm asking y'all the question, just to get y'all opinion. I'm not saying that y'all are saying that. I wanted to get y'all to answer in front of everybody else so that they can see where we stand. Because for me, I'm gonna put my trust in a guy that's done it more than some guys that's injury prone that's never done it. That's where I'm at. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. And I listen, I agree with you, Ennis. I think that's a great point. I'll be the first one to say it. I will not be mad if Dalvin Cook is RB1 for the Miami Dolphins. Let me make that very clear.
Yeah, I know what your point is, the money. I know what you said, bro. But I'm not attacking you.
No, and I get it, and I didn't even take it that way. I would just say this, because again, I think there's a lot of people in the fan base, right? And I'm not saying anybody up here, I'm not accusing nobody. I just think that there's people within the community, right, that will tell everybody, if we don't land Dalvin Cook, we're in trouble. And see, that's where I'm not at. Like, if we land Dalvin, I think obviously he's an upgrade. He's the best running back we have in the room. There's no debate on that. But I also think if we didn't land Dalvin for whatever reason, I still think we're good. It's not going to change my opinion on the football team. I still think we have a roster that can compete for an AFC, not only the division, but for an AFC title. You see what I'm saying? That's with or without Dalvin. So that's just where I'm at. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to complain if we get him, and I can acknowledge he's an upgrade, but I just want to caution the fan base, if we don't get him, I still think this roster is good enough to win the AFC.
I need y'all to talk me off.
I agree with that.
I'm going to need y'all to talk me off the ledge if he don't come, because, nigga, all the running backs are Liam Eichenberg to me. Gaskin,
bro.
Ahmed is the only one.
God damn.
Dang, that's wild.
Liam Eichenberg. Wow.
And Jesse Davis to me on this team.
Ooh, Lord. He said Jesse
wow.
Davis.
I can't co-sign that. No, I can't co-sign that.
Yeah, nigga, I said if Greer don't make this move, and you know how I feel about Greer, man, you talk. But I told my people this. I said if he doesn't do, bro, we're doing what they did to Dan Marino if they don't get Dalvin Cook.
Ooh.
And y'all can say what y'all want. But they did Dan Marino the same way when it got these scrub ass.
Well, I'll say this.
And that shit got us nowhere.
Let me push back on that just a little bit. First, the difference between this situation and Dan Marino's situation, Marino didn't want to run game. He said, no, we can win with me throwing the ball 50 times a game. That was Marino's fault. And B, I agree. But in B, in terms of our group now in 2023 collectively, you know, all those guys Marino played with, they were unproven for the most part. These guys proved last year that when given the opportunity, for the most part, now again, there's levels to this. Dalvin Cook is the superior player, but they were more than serviceable when given the opportunity. McDaniel was the one that fucking Tua, because he is the one that he's not, you know, he don't have enough of a commitment to the run game. He's not balancing his offense out. So that's McDaniel fucking Tua.
But y'all got to think about why. Hold on, real quick. You got to think about why. He knows them guys.
Why is that, Ennis?
Because he knows them guys. He knows they not the guys. Why do you think they went and got Edmonds? He knows what they're capable of. He knows where they're maxed out. He knows that. So when Edmonds didn't work out, he was like, "Fuck! Like I gotta rely on the passing game more. I know what Wilson and Mostert are."
Well, Ennis, to your point. Well, why need to go? Why did he go on that apologetic tour? Right? He apologized to everybody, their grandmama and their dog last year because of his lack of commitment to the run game. If it was all about football, there was no need. If he didn't have confidence in them, there would have been no need to go public.
He's not going to throw them under the bus.
Exactly. He's not going to look.
He's going to take the blame every time.
And I agree.
No. Dude, no. Yeah, not throwing them on. No. Hang on. When they wait. Hang on. When they asked that man, when they broke it down, the analytics, they put all of the analytics. I forget what interview this was, but when they put all of the analytics on the table, right? When they were interviewing him, the first thing he said. Now, he said, that's my fault. Yeah. The commitment, this should have been a bigger commitment based on what the.
Yeah,
so, again, I don't think it. I got a call. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
So So when he looked at the data, he was like, damn, that's, and again, this is after he apologized to everybody and their mama about why he did not run the ball more, why he didn't balance things out. Again, no.
But
I agree with you.
You also got to take into consideration, though, bro. Like, why is he not running the ball? Do you not trust?
Bro, I told you. I told you what my theory was. I think let's go back real quick. Give me a minute. When that man came into when we hired him, we all know the campaign he was on in terms of convincing the world. No. Omar, hey, you got people in the community, credible people in the community that agree with me 100%. Go pull up that Omar Kelly interview on his new podcast with Alan Papar when he said that publicly. So he said that too. He agreed.
So you feel like he's forcing Tyreek the ball because he's trying to prove that Tua's a guy?
No, I think. Hang on. Let me finish my point real quick. Let me finish. Hang on. Let me finish.
Conversation. This is a wild
conversation. Hang on. Let me make my point. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, we all know when we hired him, right? He was telling everybody at that time that he can make Tua out to be he's the perfect guy for his system. And now in hindsight, that has turned out to be true. But he was on that campaign to convince everybody Tua was an MVP level quarterback. And on top of that, when you followed up, you signed Tyreek Hill, you make the trade for him, right? The first thing comes, according to Tyreek Hill, not Dolphin fan, the first thing came out of his mouth was, "Nah, man, how you doing? Have you gotten settled yet? How's your family?" No, the man said 2,000 yards. The first words he said to him. So that tells me, right, his focus was in those two areas. He was focused on making Tua the guy, an MVP level player, which he did, and getting Tyreek Hill, his 2,000, quote unquote, 2,000 yards. And he achieved both of those things. But, however, it came at a price. And I felt like several games last year, we saw it. If you know how to watch film, you saw how teams started to scheme us. He should have balanced things out, and it costed us games last year. That is a fact.
Okay, Ian, let me hold up, Lewis. Let me pause you real quick. Dave, you got to rock?
Yeah. I got to slide up out of here, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all. CB, thanks for letting me come up. Hey,
all right, Dave, salute, bro. Salute,
bro. Salute.
All right, y'all remember, dog, regardless, we all want Dalvin. Dalvin will be an upgrade. We will be good even if we don't get him. We will be fine. We got a good running back room. I'm sorry, Ennis. I'm sorry.
I hear you, bro.
All right, man. Y'all boys be safe, man. I'll holler at y'all.
All right. Salute, homie. Salute.
All right, Dave.
Hey, so I gotta address this real quick, Ian, and this is my pushback on that just a little bit, right? Now, the Dolphins during the middle of the season were, I feel like, middle to late in the season, were a really balanced football team for the most part. When we go look at the Cleveland game, it's the best. I think you said it earlier. It's the best game that Tua played. I think we ran the ball the best in that game, and as a result of it, we had success offensively. But
we never saw that. We never saw that level of balance for the rest of the season.
And you know why? And I think Ingo had a lot to do regarding that. And I think Ingo got hurt. He broke his hand, and we lacked some versatility. That's our only fullback, and he was really. And I think we underestimate his ability in our offense. He really did a lot in our offense when it came to blocking, when it came to leading in the hole on ISOs and stuff like that in the run game. And he got injured, and as a result of that, our run game kind of took a hit, to be completely honest with you. And I don't think it's just
one game. Because, what week was that Ingo got hurt? What week was that?
I think it may have been like between week 10 and week 12 or something like that. He got hurt.
Okay. Well, what about you had one game? You had the Cleveland game, right? Out of before he got. Let's make the assumption it was week 10. So you were completely unbalanced for the most part out of those 10 games, right? Up until he got hurt. There's no excuse for that. What about the games when he was healthy? There's no excuse for that level of imbalance, bro. You can sit here and try to justify it all you want to. We can disagree. We can have a disagreement and we can debate as to what is the root cause of the imbalance. But the fact is, the imbalance approach was there. The man went public with it and was very apologetic about it. He followed that up a couple of weeks ago. I forget which podcast that was that interviewed him. They had the data and analytics in front of him, and he made the acknowledgement on camera. That is my fault. I should have ran the football more. Now, again, we can debate as to why. But me personally, I think his focus was misplaced in those two areas because I think he was more. And again, he's showing his level. He's showing immaturity. He's a first-year head coach. He's a younger head coach, right? And think about it. A first-year guy, how else can you get your cachet up, right, in your first year? You got a quarterback that was virtually almost a cast-off, right, by his predecessor, and by his predecessor. And then B, you have Tyreek Hill coming from Kansas City with the best quarterback in all of football, and you get him under your tutelage, under your offensive approach. He has his best season. How can, bro, that's the quickest way to get your cachet up as a head coach.
1,000.
Are you kidding me? How can you sit here and say with a straight face, you don't want to entertain that possibility, bro?
I'm not saying I'm not entertaining the possibility. I just think you saying that, hey, he's pass happy because he's trying to get to the cachet. He's trying to look like he's the guy. I think there's a lot that goes on to it. I think there's other variables like injuries.
Well, sure.
I think the offensive line.
That's why I said
Edmund is not working out. Like,
well, that's
my pushback is like Chase Edmond didn't work out, and you can't give Mostert and Wilson 20 carries. They're not them guys. So he couldn't. You
can give them 10 apiece.
Okay, and what happened? When they got,
you can give them 10 apiece.
The boys got hurt. They both got hurt.
Well, okay. That's
okay. Like y'all say, put more on their plate, but they couldn't do what they got on their plate from the past year.
I mean, you got okay. Well, you got Salvon Ahmed, bro. He yards per carry. This man is averaging 5.3 yards every time he touches the goddamn football.
But he
why are you not incorporating?
Because there's more to it than just running.
Why are you not getting him incorporated more into the game plan?
Because there's more to it than just running the football.
I understand that, but we're talking about balancing the offense out.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to balance things out and you got 10 pass plays, you got 10 run plays. Well, how you distribute those carries is entirely up to you. But at the end of the day, we got to get those 10 carries in. We have to.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that.
The balance.
There's no excuses. There's none.
But you can't. I feel like Ahmed is just not a guy you can stick in there on every down because he's gonna get his ass ran over.
Nobody said that, bro. I said 10 carries. How you distribute them? Why don't you give 5? Why don't you give 4 carries or 3 carries to Mostert, 3 carries to Wilson, and give 4 carries to Ahmed? Or however you distribute them. At the end of the day, you got to get those carries in. You got to get those reps in because you have to keep the defense on their toes, bro. You can't be a one-dimensional offense and expect to win at a high level in this league, bro. It don't work that way. So we can
Eichenberg. So how much are you going to trust in them? Them guys are trash, bro. Like they went and tried to get Swift during the draft. That tells you right there, McDaniel is not trying to roll.
He's not satisfied.
Listen, I'm not saying I would just rather stand pat and just go. If there's an opportunity to get an upgrade at any position, you pull the trigger. But at the end of the day, if an opportunity is not there, if Dalvin Cook, Leonard Fournette, etc., whomever, right? It could be you out there running Ennis. If your price tag is too much, right? Not within reason. Well, no, we're not coming from a position of desperation. These guys have proven that they can be at the baseline serviceable. You can get it done if you commit to it. And that's where I'm at on that, bro. So at the end of the day, I think we can differ. We can agree to disagree as to why there was so much imbalance offensively. I think, again, and I encourage everybody to go listen to that interview with Alan on their podcast. But Omar Kelly said that verbatim. He said verbatim what I've been saying all year.
And I agree with you to a certain extent. I just feel like we got to figure it out. And I trust McDaniel. I think he's going to learn from his mistakes in year one. And he's a rookie head coach. Of course, he's going to
I think he will. I think his youth, in the position, his youth overall, his youth in the position, it happens to everybody, bro. Nobody comes into their first time in any job and you get everything 100% down pat in your first year. It don't work that way. So I'm willing to give him. I'm extending grace to him. I don't want to. How the internet goes. I don't want to give anybody impression I'm saying fire him and get off. Move off him. Anything remotely close to that. I am just here to publicly document what transpired last year, and these are just the facts.
Yeah.
Well,
ahead,
listen, gentlemen. I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm gonna bow out. I'm gonna get up out of here. But I just want to say, for this, before I get out of here, I appreciate this conversation. Even with Dade County, the 5 of us, I think this is what this community needs: more conversations like this. And it don't have to, I'm not even talking about just being positive. We can have healthy debates, whether we agree, disagree, whatever. But this is what I want to stand for right here. Having conversations like this that can be productive. And with that being said, again, I will bow out. Be on the lookout. I just will say, be on the lookout on Twitter. I think there's going to be some things coming up, right, in the next couple of days that is going to shake the Twitter world, right? And I think
do tell.
What you got going on? What you got going on?
Do tell.
Well, no. Listen, we'll let out the details at a later date. I will just say this, and hopefully Ennis doesn't get, I'm not crossing over the lines or nothing. But I think me and Ennis have had certain things happen to us within the community, especially on Twitter, where we're just gonna put a stop to that. You're either gonna get on board, and again, for me or Ennis, and again, I'm not putting words in Ennis's mouth.
No, you're speaking, bro. I'm backing you. Say that shit.
But at least for me, right? Like, no more of this whole shit, right? Like, we can come up here. Everybody in the chat. I see everybody in the chat saying this is great conversation, no feelings, all about facts and stuff, and that's what it should be. So, take it from a guy, right, that has been through things. Ennis has been through things, and me and Ennis have kind of had some things together, right? But look at us today on the panel. We were on an earlier show, working things out. Again, I'll leave it at that. Just be on the lookout on Twitter, because me and Ennis are going to put some things together. We're going to set the world straight. And if you're going to rock with us, you're going to rock with us. If you're not, you just keep it pushing. But, gentlemen, I'm going to bow out. I appreciate the conversation.
Real quick, Lou. Is there anything else you want to share? Is there anything else on the horizon maybe that you want to go public with right now at this moment?
Well,
no? Yes, no, maybe?
Well, no. I would say no to that. Again, listen, I'm trying to get a part, and I'm going to be a part of some things, not only on the Twitter side, working with Ennis of the likes of the world, but there will also be some news dropping on the YouTube side that will probably shake up the community as well. Just be on the lookout.
Do tell.
It's not the right time right now. I would just say, again, I appreciate this conversation. EM a hoe. Ennis, you already know EM a hoe.
I'm just trying to get the people what they want. That's all I'm trying to do, bro.
Listen, I'm balling out. Y'all guys continue the conversation. But CB, shout out to you, homie. Salute. EM, you already know you a hoe. And Ennis will be in contact. Ennis will be in contact soon, homie. Y'all gentlemen have a good night.
All right, Lou. All right, man. Salute, homie.
Salute. Yeah, man. So shout out to Lou.
Man, you niggas ain't no good, bro. Hey. You motherfuckers ain't no. No, you too, Ennis. Goddamn it, you too. Ennis, you ain't no good either, bro.
You trying to pull information out.
He pulling it out, literally, bro.
I'm trying to get a people. I'm a man of the people, bro. Believe it or not, I'm a man of the people. I'm the voice of the streets, right? I try to be at least. So I'm just trying to give everybody what they want. That's all I'm trying to do.
I gotta tell Lewis, we can't tell you stuff ahead of time.
Ian, what you got coming up, man?
Yeah, what you got, man?
I heard there's some stuff coming from your side too, bro. What's popping?
Don't worry, we ain't talking about none of that. Now's not the time, my friend. But I promise you. Yeah.
Get out of here, bro.
It don't work when the shoe on the other foot, huh?
It don't work that way, huh? It don't work that
man,
way, huh?
But yeah. But I'm looking forward to, obviously, Ennis and Lewis has made their announcement right now. I can't wait for that. I think at least on the Twitter side, the Twitterverse needs, two individuals like Lewis and Ennis to come together. Man. Absolutely. They need that collaborate. They need that collab. Yeah. And I am looking forward to it. I can't wait. And I told you, Ennis and Lewis on the phone earlier, any way that I can contribute, bro, EM is down for whatever, whenever. So I can't wait for that. And then also, we kind of alluded to what's on the horizon. I'm looking forward to that as well. I can't wait for that. So it's going to be a real treat for the fan base. It's going to be something for everybody. Yeah. And I guarantee you, the people of the fan base, the people in this community are going to eat both endeavors up. They're going to eat it up. So salute to all of y'all.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of good stuff cooking. I think as a fan base, man, I hope we rally around this team and not get into the back and forth about Tua and all the. I mean, we got to give our team the ability to make some mistakes. Of course, that's going to happen. It's a football season, but I mean, rally around the team, support the team. Like the beef between Tua haters and the Wolfpack, bro. That shit is it's petty. It's petty. So I think we really need to try to move past it, bro. And that's where I'm at with it. I just that cap situation just is really bitter to me because I don't like people lying, bro. And I understand he may not be able to say his take. Y'all probably can go watch his show. He's probably talking shit about it right now, which I'm cool with. But I just don't like people lying.
I don't know what's going on there, CB. I wish you would. I mean, we're live right now. That might not be something you want to make public, but I really would like to know the details, what the root cause is with you, with your platform and their platform. I mean, please.
There's no beef with their platform at all. I just don't like people lying just to lie. To try to make their platform look good. Like, bro, if you made a bet with me, honor the bet and let's move on. Like, I've made bets with plenty of people in the community. Paid them when I lost. They paid me when I won. It's simple as that, bro. Don't dramatize it. It is what it is. I'm sure he's either going to pay me or he's either going to welch on the bet. Either or, it don't matter to me. It's $100. It's not a big deal, right? I'll move on. I'll still be good. My family's still good. We still blessed. So I ain't tripping over it at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope y'all get that worked out, man. You know what I mean? Because, I don't, all of us, at the end of the day, I want to project as much positive energy in the Dolphin universe as possible. Because I truly feel like this is from a talent-based perspective, this is a special roster. Potentially, we're poised to do some special things on the field. So I want to just be positive going into the season, not worry about this back and forth nonsense that's been going on for the last 2 to 3 years. Let's just all just come together for the most part. I know we can't all come together 100% of the time. We're going to have disagreements. But for the most part, let's put as much positivity in the universe, in the air, and the team hopefully can, it can galvanize the team and project this team, to new heights that we have never seen, at least in my adult life. So that's where I'm at, bro. So hopefully.
Yeah, real quick. Remember a certain person I was telling you about? Look in the comment section. That's what I be talking about, bro. I'll message you, Shake, on what we talking about. But yeah, look at the comment section. And the person that I was talking to you on the phone about.
I don't even know what y'all talking about. I don't even know how y'all doing.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Hey, but I mean, bro, there's no reason, and this is my thing too. Don't be a fickle fan. Like, if we lose a game, man, losses happen. Don't be a fan that's gonna jump off the cliff and just go crazy, bro. Understand that players have bad games, teams have bad games, but it's how they bounce back and it's how they finish the season, man. Like, don't be them fickle fans. And when players are getting on social media and they're like, man, y'all a weird ass fan base. Like, y'all quick to jump off the train soon as bro, that's wild to me. Like, if they can see it, I know, we can see it. If they can see that some of these fans are just fickle as hell, like, rock with your team, bro. I understand y'all want to be critical, but y'all ain't making no decisions, bro. All you can do is really be a fan, be critical, and move forward, bro. I want all the positivity I can around this team because I feel like good energy brings good, good.
Yo, 100%, 100%, bro.
I'm putting good energy on the team.
And CB and Ennis, it's one thing. I mean, we all reserve the right to be critical of a player, and I'm not just gonna make this a Tua-centric topic real quick. I'm this is relative to every player 1 through 53. We can reserve the right to be critical, however, but at least when you're out here, you're public, you're on these spaces, you're a speaker, you're on YouTube, you're on these panels, and this could be on platform or off platform, whether you have one or not. It just, we all we owe it to each other to be as, insightful, right? To come with analytics, to come with film, to come with all of those things that go into the evaluation process. We owe that to each other. Don't be out here just spewing nonsense based off your feelings because you don't like this player. Exactly. I don't like that player. So I'm going to make up dry ass, dumb ass, takes, right? Attacking that player, that person, just because I don't like them. That is what the biggest issue I have with our fan base. Say, hopefully, again, that's why I'm trying to galvanize everybody. I'm trying to get everybody on the same page in regards to the positivity moving forward.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree wholeheartedly, man. Hey, I appreciate you boys coming up. I appreciate y'all spending some time with me on the Friday. Hey, we got to do this more often, at least maybe once a week, where we just get some good constructive conversation. Like the panels, the spaces are cool, but when some people come in, they just kill them joints. They want to talk about the drama. They want to talk about somebody not paying a bet. It's just like, bro, the bet, I don't bring that shit up. It's not a big deal to me, bro. Like, let's move forward. Let's talk about football. Let's have constructive conversation because that's really what it's about.
As well, CB, on the YouTube side, to your point, it is definitely this panel, this whole, platform today, being up here with Lewis, with you, with Ennis, everybody but Dade County.
Don't do Dade like that,
anybody but Dade. But everybody up here, I got a lot, with the exception of Dade County, I got tons of respect for. I know them privately, right? They know I fuck with them. They know, how I feel about them as individuals first and foremost. But This is a very, very productive, very, very educational, very, very insightful dialogue on this platform tonight. I never thought it would be possible on CB's channel. I never thought that would be a possibility. But you know what? Hey, man, I'm learning. But no, real shit. Hey, man, salute to you, bro. This was it was very, very good. It was very good to be up here with y'all tonight, man, and talk about our team. So, let's get together. I can't promise every night, 2 nights a week. Don't ask me to get locked into no schedule, right? But anytime that you reach out to me, CB, Ennis, Lewis as well, anybody, if I got the time, definitely I'll be more than happy to contribute in any way that I can, bro. So salute to you.
And honestly, and that's how it should be. And honestly, we should have a network of cast to where if somebody's going live, like we're willing to just, drop what we're doing real quick. Hey, let me go support my boy real quick. Jump up on a panel, talk real quick, and just keep it moving. I mean, I feel like that's the best thing for the community and we don't always have to agree on everything, but I think having this constructive conversation that's dialogue based and not yelling and screaming and trolling. I think that's the way to approach it, man. I think that's the way to approach it.
110%. 110%.
So Ennis, man, give me your final take, bro. I appreciate you coming on. It was great hearing from you again. I know I've heard you before. Like I've been around for a long time, been watching TD and Reason and Larry. So I'm sure I've heard you in a couple places, but I appreciate you coming through, bro.
I appreciate the invite. I would appreciate EM. EM bitch has been screaming this for years. Like I told him earlier, like it's your fault, but it's a good thing. Like, and he has been saying like we too powerful apart. Yeah, and that's the sad part. Like I told Lewis on the phone, like in his spaces, there's so many intelligent people that know football. And I got some guys on my side. They know they stuff. Why are we separated?
Yeah, it don't make sense.
People let personal feelings. I'm guilty. I'm not saying that them people are 100% wrong or just the guilty ones or whatever, how you ever say it. Like I have my issues, but like I said, when people have crossed the line, took it past football, that's what the problem was. It's never been football with me. Why I don't, because Pete takes saying football, but he took it past that with me. So that's why I'm never apologizing or squashing nothing with him. Niggas that took it past that, I'm not squashing. So, and I don't expect, like you said, if nigga lie to you, I don't expect you to compromise your integrity or what you stand on for somebody lying on you. That's outside
100%. 100%.
That's outside of football. So that's a whole different thing. I'm not going to come to no man and ask him to go back on his principles on something that's not football. If it was football fallout, then I'm both of y'all tripping. But if a man's lying on you or talking about your mom or talking about your wife, those are lines that can't be going back on. So that's just what it is. Like, some people get sensitive because you don't want to be their friend. Like, it's really, really that simple, but these grown men don't want to say that.
Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of that. I've been noticing a lot of that in us, bro. In all space, bro, they feeling some type of way because you don't fuck with them. That is mind-boggling for me, for a grown man, especially when people acknowledge that publicly. That is like mind-boggling for me. But anyway, I've been noticing a lot of that as well. Bro, get a dog. There's a void in their life. Get a dog something, right? Bro, I don't know what it is. Do something, because obviously there's a void in your life somewhere. But yeah, that is crazy to me when I see that. I've been seeing a lot of that lately.
Because if you ask them what's their issue with me, they can't really tell you.
Right. And that's typically the case because they don't even know you to not like you.
Right.
I mean, it's like you know is football takes, bro. Football takes is football takes. If you don't like Tua, I don't like Tua. We just differ. We can agree.
Right, bro. But people just because you don't, I don't know. I don't get that. I don't understand that, man. You know,
people click up and they get so into hearing a certain thing. They want to hear a certain thing all the time. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it right now, but we'll have a conversation, EM, and you'll realize that some of this shit is just really petty in the community. And
it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Really petty, it is ridiculous.
I'll tell y'all some of the stories. Y'all be like, word?
Yeah.
Dude?
Wow.
That dude? Word?
Yeah. That, you know what though? You know my remedy to that situation? I keep my circle very small. I fuck with real, pardon my language, CB, pardon my language, everybody in the chat. But I try to be authentic as possible, but this is what I would say if we was on a private conversation. I fuck with real niggas, right? Yeah. And that I keep that circle very small for a reason. So it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all boys coming on, man. Love. Hey, we're gonna do it again soon, man.
Yeah, let me know.
Absolutely, gentlemen. Salute, fellas. Always love and respect to both of y'all, man. So, you know,
everybody have a good evening. Until next time.
All day, every day, baby. You know what it is.
Appreciate you, bro. Hey, so that is it for tonight's show. Hey, appreciate everybody coming through, man. FinTech with CB83, another FinTech Friday. Just a constructive conversation about the Miami Dolphins, what we have going on, and things like that, man. I'm not into all the drama, but it's some real childish stuff going on in the community. We push past that. We keep it moving. We have constructive conversations. I'll be going live a lot more often. As you can see, you can become a member now. You can donate. So I got a $sign down there. I just got monetized a couple of days ago. So I appreciate you guys donating. Any support goes towards lighting that I'm working on, new cameras, and also buying some mics, because I'm going to head down for training camp and buy some mics that I can kind of use on my phone to where I can give you guys some content, videotape some of the training camp and stuff like that, which they don't let you do. But I'm for sure just going to put some funds towards building the channel, being more consistent, and just bring you guys more content. So content like that, where it's constructive, where it's, guys having dialogue about the team and not trolling and not trying to get a reaction, bro. That's just petty. It's not where I want to be. So appreciate everybody coming out. Like my man Eric G says, hey, we rise above the goofy shit, bro. We keep it 100 with people, and we do what we got to do, bro. We bring you dope content, man. Hey, appreciate everybody coming out. Hey, it's Finn's Take with CB83, and I'm out this joint. Y'all boys be good. Have a good weekend. Spend time with the fam. You already know. Peace.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sort them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.
Hey, you know how we get down. We bring that energy every week. Let's go! Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. Hey, fins up. Appreciate y'all, boys. I'm out this bed. Be good.